Hello world, welcome to yet another video of Beth Goes to the Greenhouse. It has been just over a week since my last greenhouse video. That sounds like a confession. But yeah, it's been delayed this week because I had surgery on Thursday. So yeah, I'm not apologising for that. You can't do videoing while straight out of hospital. Anyway, let's get on with things. So, artichokes. Jerusalem artichokes, they seem to be getting bigger. I don't know if there's any flowering or anything. Presumably they are growing many Jerusalem artichokes underneath, we would hope. But I'm not going to find out until I pull them up, and I don't quite know when to pull them up. So I'll have to look at that. Over here we have the potatoes. So yeah, they're looking a little worse for wear. I think this is because they're overwatered, either by me or by the rain. Those buckets need better drainage for next year. When I pulled the potatoes out from the other buckets, they definitely weren't going down to the bottom. It's just too wet. So, lesson learned. So yeah, I've taken the potatoes out of 3 of these. So I've done both Mammoth Pipers and the Charlottes. The potatoes are great. They're a bit small. Even the Mammoth Pipers are a little underwhelming. But that's probably due to the overwatering. They can't stay in much longer than that. Yeah. So, over here, we have down to the carrots, which are fluffier, bigger, definitely fluffier, more carroty. Yeah. Everything in the cold frame is dying off because it's outgrowing its little pots, but that's fine because it's supposed to. And down here is very exciting. Look, the yellow courgette. The yellow courgette is growing. It is bigger. No, it is. And there's another one. There is a second yellow courgette. Somewhere in there. I'm not going to do too much to it because I'll probably destroy it. There it is. So, yeah. Quite excited about those. And coming up to the greenhouse. Usually I move a little further forward than this when I get there, but I haven't. So you have to bear with me. Okie dokie. Welcome to the Little Shop of Horrors. It's yeah, things are getting taken over, big time. So we'll see if I can actually fit in here. I'm not sure I can. But we'll start on the right hand side. So here are the onions that I pulled up before I went into hospital. Some of them are really quite big. That one's really big. How big that one is? That one's enormous. Yeah, these have been drying out a little bit in here, and I think they should be good to move inside now. Give them a little brush before I do. But they came out okay. I planted 2 different varieties. The brown ones are radars, and the white ones are something else. I don't know what. There's my fuchsias, which have been repotted and are alive, which is good. They will go down by the archway. They're supposed to be climbing fuchsias. Not climbing very much at the moment, are they? Oh. Yeah. So there's that, and there we have our 2 different varieties of kale over there. This blue Scottish is still not blue. The red one is slightly redder than the one that isn't blue. Yeah. There is some perpetual spinach. Now I planted out some Apollo spinach and I've thrown all that away because it didn't come to anything. But the perpetual is coming up, and that will go in where the garlic was, I think, or maybe in one of those potato pots. It will go in somewhere. That is supposed to be fennel. but it takes a while to germinate and then it goes absolutely crazy. So yeah, so over here we have all of our tomatoes, all of the massive tomato plants, for which I cannot reach to where the tomatoes might end up growing. This was a problem, or it is a problem, and it was a mistake, and I will have to grow less tomato plants next year, which will be fine because I can still harvest the same amount probably if I can actually get to them. But yeah, they're doing very well, and growing them in the straw seems to have worked. You can't even see the straw, they're that overgrown. So yeah, there's lots of flowers, there's no fruit on them yet. But coming around here, let's get the tomato out of the way without destroying it. Here is our Scorpio aubergine, and there's a flower, and there's some flower buds, and the first one that came out is somewhere in here. I don't know if you can see it from there. I can't see it from here. It's about there. That doesn't look like it's got any fruit on it. I don't think that one pollinated, which is a shame. Okay, this is going completely over the top. Okay, so we've got our baskets of fire down there. There's one. They're quite tall now. They're not very baskety, but they've got flower buds on. They're looking good. At some point, I'm going to have to pull these out, which I'm not looking forward to. Down here we have got some new. Well, these are the squashes. These are the unpronounceable ones. So these will go into the pumpkin patch for a couple of them that have failed. I'll just replace those. Grow anything off that. Right, let me get that out of the way. Okay, so these are the tomatoes. And we have many flowers. And we have, so there's 4 tomato plants here. We have some tomatoes there. We have some tomatoes down here. Look at all of this. I can't see any more tomatoes. I don't think there are any. They're all still green. We'll leave them a few more weeks. Well, we'll leave them until they're red, and then we'll pick them and eat them. And they'll be delicious. And down here we have these Harlequin squashes, which again they are to replace stuff if necessary. We've got two. So there's one. No, there's the other. Baskets of fire that were at the front. So as you can see, these are flowering in there. My phone is telling me to move backwards. You can't focus that close. Right, now I'm push you out of the way. This that is the pepper plant, and it's got flowers. Little white flowers, aren't they pretty? And yeah, hopefully we'll see some fruits growing off this soon. That one looks like a fruit over there, doesn't it? Maybe it's a flower bud. Don't know. It kind of looks more fruity, doesn't it, with that thing sticking out the end? And then getting on to our meatball. It's our grafted meatball aubergine. And we have many flowers, which is nice. And I would love to show you the Scotch bonnets at the back. There's one. There's one. Not seeing any flowers on those yet. Oh wait, there's a flower. Okay, so we've actually got some production perhaps. So yeah, high hopes for those. And coming down here, well, this hasn't really changed. Parsley's come on a bit. That's the Moneymaker aubergine, which looked like it was dead a couple of weeks ago. So there's those. That's the basil that's growing weirdly. Paris lettuce, that stuff. The kohlrabi is doing alright. Corn's doing really well. That will go out fairly soon. It's going to be late. It's going to be late corn. But what can I do? It's the first lot failed entirely. So yeah, that's what's going to go out. So yes, that's the greenhouse. It is next week it might try to kill me. Might try to kill me later today. I've got to get in and water it and move these onions. So yeah, it's very cool. I might give the tomatoes some more feed. Got to show you this. This was about $4.99. It's for washing cars. Guess what I do with it? I don't have a car. I fill it full of tomato feed and then spray the tomatoes, and it works wonderfully. And that's $4.99. You can buy those things for like 30 quid in there in garden centres. That's the word. So yeah, anyway, see you next week-ish. Bye.